Yeah, welcome back to the Hellraisers Ball. For those of you watching from home, we apologize for the inconvenience. We are experiencing operational difficulties here at the Hellraisers Ball. Yeah, come on in. Right now we have Jimmy DeLisi live in the studio with us. Jimmy has a brand new project called Killer Bee, and we were talking about that a little while ago, among some of the other things that he's done in his career. Sitting to my right tonight, we have Hellraiser Hottie number 13, also my personal assistant, Patrice Pinnacle, also known as Blaze the Human Torch. And she's going to be sitting in tonight and guest hosting. So,
So we're back.
we're back. And I believe that the early part of the interview is going to be intact and people will still be able to see it. Well, more than likely, I don't know if we could string them together, but we might have to actually DJ Slam Durango, is there a way of stringing those two videos together, or is it going to just
We're going to bring them up right now, actually. So let me take a minute while you guys are talking, and I'll play the videos as, and I'll let you know.
No, I meant the earlier segment, the earlier part of the interview I was doing with Jim.
Yeah, the other video, yes. I can't replay it right this minute, but yes, you can go back, look at Ustream.tv and look at Hellraisers Ball, and it'll be Hellraisers Ball, today's date, 11/20.
So it'll be like two parts, like part 1 and part 2?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's a first. We never had that happen. But we were talking a little bit about the new band that you're playing with.
Killer Bee.
And these guys started out back in the early 90s, right?
Right.
And now they have a brand new lineup, brand new album coming out. And we're going to hear some of the MP3s off that album.
Yeah.
And hopefully some of the videos.
Yeah, hopefully some of the videos. We're working on that too. But
yeah. Hopefully we'll get it together. So tell us how you got involved with this project.
Well, I do a lot of guitar work, here and there, studio stuff and whatever. And I got a phone call from Morgan. Morgan Evans is the drummer for Killer Bee. And he said, "Well, would you like to play a couple tracks on our new album?" I'm like, "Well, sure." So one thing led to another. They sent the one of the producers down, the lead singer Brian, sent him here to Florida, and we went into my studio and we started cutting tracks, and then we started cutting more tracks, and then started cutting more tracks, and then one thing led to another, and it got on pretty good, and then they offered me the gig.
Nice.
So I took it.
Awesome.
Obviously.
Now was Morgan involved with them from the beginning, or did he recently get involved?
Yeah, Morgan has been with. I'm not really sure the years exactly, but Morgan's been with them for quite a while, and then I think he left the group for a little while, and then he came back, and this rebirth, if you will, includes Morgan, two of the original guys, Brian and Anders, and they've also added Danny DeMarchi from the Cranberries.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
of all
cool.
things. And it's just a wicked keyboard player, man. Just badass. You'll hear it.
Yeah, I was listening to some of the tracks.
Yeah, ridiculous. And I tell you something, I've played on many projects, and everything from country to whatever. I'm more excited about this project than any of them, just simply because, first of all, they gave me freedom on guitar instead of trying to stifle you and say, yeah, that's good, but just take it down a notch. These guys just said, the hell with it, man, balls to the wall.
Right, just do your thing.
Oh yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah,
so,
turn it loose.
Yeah, there's no holes barred. Are they getting ready to play a song?
I think he's going through the tracks right now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. So what I got bed tracks, which is just basic tracks, and got to flavor them up a little bit, start doing some cool stuff. And what was really, really cool about the entire project is we were immediately a band,
right?
Fighting, arguing, cursing each other around. We got a guy from Sweden yelling at me. I'm yelling at a guy in Toronto. The guy from Toronto is yelling back at the guy in Sweden because of me. And it just got really crazy.
Right.
But all while knowing that the music speaks for itself. The music is freaking awesome. It really is. They kind of, you heard it, but they remind me of somewhere between Alice Cooper and the Scorpions meets Deep Purple.
Right, and
Somewhere in
maybe
there.
even a little bit of Accept thrown in there.
Yeah,
I was
very
saying.
good. That's right.
And
Mata Hoople.
and Mott the Hoople.
We
I like the mixture of influences
yeah
and styles on the album. You know, it's pretty cool because it's definitely multifaceted. It's not just, you know, a lot of times, especially when you have a band that already has a history and they come back together with a new lineup, they always feel like they kind of have to try to recapture their former glory, and they try to find whatever that one style that made them popular, and they
Yeah.
just kind of do that.
Yeah.
You know, the whole album is just maybe
These-
12 tracks, or at least 10 out of 12 tracks is like one style of music. Maybe they'll throw in like a power ballad or something like that.
Yeah,
But
and again,
this
there's
is
that cookie
this
cutter.
is a very eclectic mix of styles and influences.
It's
and-
extremely eclectic. It's very good. Extremely eclectic. One of the coolest things, and I've joined a few projects in my time. So one of the coolest things that was ever ever said to me was when I joined this group. They told me that they want me to be happy with everything I'm doing. So if it's a solo that I don't want, I mean, I sent the producer Denny, the poor guy, one of the songs. I sent him like 30 solos.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they gave me that freedom. They say, hey
Right.
man, we want you to do this, that, and the other thing. If you don't like the way you look, the way you sound, let us know. We'll switch it. We'll change it to what you want. And nobody gets that, especially with a band that has a deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just you get told what to do, how to
Right.
look, and that's that. That's
Right.
been my experience.
Right. This is how you look. This is how you're gonna sound.
Yeah, you can
You know.
scratch and claw a little bit and get your way, but they do that just to shut you up so they can get on the next song. But these
Right.
guys, they opened that door and they left it open, and it's still open, and that's how we're already cutting the next album. You know that, right?
Oh
Did I tell
wow!
you that?
No, I didn't know
I'm
that.
sorry, I meant to tell you that. Yeah, we're already on the next album. I don't
Oh,
know.
wow, cool.
Yeah, we're already starting. We're on the next album. We're already making plans for the third video for this album, and then the fourth video for this album. And I
Oh
think,
wow, cool.
Yeah, and I'd like to invite everybody, if we're going to do it here in Florida. I think one of these songs on this album, we're going to do the video here in Florida, and we're going to need extras.
Oh, awesome.
And I would love this community to get their butts out there and kick ass with
Oh
us.
hell yeah! And you let us know as it's happening,
Yeah.
and we'll put the word out there. And
Yeah.
I
I like
even,
to drive
you
it
know,
right through here, man, and
Yeah.
just get it.
and we'll even take it out to the street and go out into the bars and clubs and
Yeah.
tell people about it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and these
get a nice big group down there, and that'd be so cool.
Yeah, and everybody plays their stuff too. Nobody cops out, and everybody can freaking play. The bass player is just a badass. The drummer is just a badass. The singer can sing. We were talking about that. You can sing the phone book.
Yeah.
And you'll hear when you said eclectic. I'm looking at the song list right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it's a little screwy how.
I mean, you and I kind of agreed on the ones
Yeah.
that we felt
yeah.
would be more beneficial to play on the
Yeah.
show, that are better tracks to release in the U.S. And but the whole album, everything I heard off of it, all 8 tracks that you sent me,
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, and they're
the
also,
two ballads on there, the 2 slower songs,
Yeah.
are
Well, that's
both great songs. And the thing that's really cool about it is that they're very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're very unique. And,
it's like one does not sound like the other. You know what I mean?
have you heard it yet at all?
Not yet.
No, I
No,
haven't had a
check it
chance to turn her onto it. So tonight will be the first time that she
Yeah.
actually hears these songs. But that's good because we'll get a genuine reaction.
Yeah,
to.
that's what I'm gonna be looking right at her.
That's where I'm going to be looking to.
Can't wait to hear it.
And so, DJ Slam Durango, do you think we could play one of the tracks off the Killer Bee album? Now,
Did you
the-
want to
the
actually
name-
go see the video?
well, yeah, we could run one of the videos.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
Well, actually, save the video. Let's just
Yeah.
play one of the tracks for now. What track did you want to?
well,
just-
because I got the video queued up right now.
just
so.
Well, we could bring the video in when we go to a break. When we cut to a break.
I think we got 2 videos.
Right, I know, but then when we bring Clench Fist in, Jimmy's gonna sit in, but then we're gonna come back to the interview with him and play the other video later. All right. Well, which video would you like to see first?
it doesn't really matter.
All night long?
Yeah, let's
Um,
start off with the
Yeah, all
with
night
All Night
long,
Long.
is on.
Tell us a little bit about the
Okay.
about the track.
Well, this was recorded at Porcelain Studios up in Toronto. video, and we just released this on B Rock, and it's of course in Europe. 3 days after it's released, it's already at 14,000 hits already. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's getting legs already. So, and this is one of those, it's a band video. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, here's the band. Here's this guy. He's playing that.
So now, where was this video recorded?
Oh, let me also. This was recorded at Porcelain Studios in Toronto. I also
Okay.
want to make mention before I forget. Whoops, I'm moving everything. Brent Dorn from the. He directed. I mean, there's 2 videos that we're going to see, and he directed. Well, when we get to Step Into My World, you'll see. But he directed, and with his little crew, and he had all these machines he made up for. He invented things to. What do you call those things that the camera? What is that? Grip? What is that? They're floating a camera around.
Oh yeah, like a dolly, a dolly grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll do this, and I'll tell you more.
Like one of those booms.
Booms, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this contraption he came up with is incredible. I was trying to film him using his contraption, but anyway,
Very
yeah,
cool.
go ahead. Kick in the ass.
All right, cool. So this is all night long.
It looks like it's all night long, yes.
All right. So this is Killer B all night long, right here on the Hellraisers Ball.
Hey, woman, got me creeping around my door.
Yeah, that was All Night Long by Killer B. And so you were saying that that track was produced by.
Yeah, it's the guitar player. Actually, he did both videos that you're going to
Oh,
see.
awesome.
Brilliant guy, man.
Yeah,
Nice guy,
and
too.
Helix was a great band.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they were definitely one of those bands that I think was popular during the time, but definitely gets overlooked these days. I think they were, pretty much underrated.
Yeah, he still has quite the following in Europe, though, from what I understand.
Oh, does he
The
really?
guys were telling me, yeah.
I was just listening to some Helix tracks actually on Spotify.
Spotify, yeah, that's where Killer Bee
Yeah,
is on Spotify. Yeah.
yeah, and the funny thing is, I was using the Rhapsody service for quite a
I
while.
couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, I got mine to work pretty good, and I've been, getting real well versed with the whole thing and learning how to use it. But I was really impressed with the selection on Spotify. I don't think there's really hardly anything they don't have.
Yeah,
I mean they
reminds me-
have I mean so far I haven't not been able to find what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's incredible because usually, speaking of eclectic, I really have that kind of a taste. So when I go looking for something, it's always something strange or something weird. It's
Yeah.
never, I'm
Because
not-
I
I'm not
I
looking
like
for
hear
taking
some
care
of
business.
I like hearing some of the rarer tracks and like
Yeah.
B-sides and
Yeah,
and stuff
absolutely.
like that, and like for instance like LA Guns, right? You could go on probably any of those cloud services or premium service, music services, and find the first album or Cocked and Loaded or Hollywood Vampires or whatever, but you're not going to find some of the singles, and like they have a greatest hits called like Greatest Hits and Black Beauties or whatever, where they
Yeah.
have like all these outtakes and
Yeah.
rare tracks and stuff like that.
And that's the stuff I look for.
That's the stuff that I want to hear.
That's the stuff that I shouldn't say rip off, but I mean, I rip it off in my playing. I kind of use those ideas that were freaking awesome in one moment in a song. Oh, excuse me. And they were awesome for like one moment in a song,
Right.
but the song really didn't do much, but that
Right.
one moment,
Right.
and you try to take that and either use it as a hook, a B verse, whatever, or a guitar line, anything.
Right.
That's what I go looking for. So
In fact, we were talking a little bit earlier about Butch Whitney from Sobriety X, and actually tonight is Butch Whitney's birthday.
happy birthday.
So happy birthday, Butch
Happy
Whitney!
birthday, Butch.
And I did post on his Facebook, but I didn't get a chance to call him. Usually I talk to him. Maybe we'll call him and bust his chops tonight.
Let's bust his balls.
Yeah, we should. I think so.
Yeah.
But
It's your
the
show.
funny thing is, I was playing guitar, one day, and I was showing him a couple of riffs that I wrote, and there was one particular riff in the song that he was like, whatever you do, don't get rid of that riff.
Oh.
And the rest of the song was kind of, it wasn't working, the verses and stuff, but that one riff really stood out. So it wound up that once I retooled it, I wound up writing the entire track
Oh, cool.
around that riff and keeping
Yeah.
it because it was really the strongest thing there. And sometimes you could find those little bits and pieces, those little gems
Yeah.
in other people's material,
Right.
that, there might be a song that was never released or, like a B-side or something. And
Yep.
there's
And
just
there-
that one little area that's kind of overlooked, but it's just like that small moment of genius.
That's right.
And you could just kind of take it and retool it and make it your own.
And there are no rules. So
Right.
you can start with a word, you can start with a scat, you can start with a little guitar part. It doesn't matter. The end is what justifies the means. So yeah, I've written songs you don't even want to know. I actually I have my little boy's out there. He makes a noise, and if I happen to have recorded it, it sparks an idea, and I just start writing from there.
Right.
It really hasn't wound up to anything yet, but you never know, man.
No, I think that's true though, because sometimes it could start with just like you said, a single thought or an idea or just
Yeah.
a noise or a sound or something just spurs.
That's the beauty of writing songs. That's,
Right.
that's the freedom. you know?
Absolutely.
Without that, I'd be a basket case. That'd be a total basket case.
Now, before Killer B, you had a really diverse career musically.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about some of the bands you've been involved in, but you've also done some country stuff, right?
Yeah, just some country stuff.
And you also played with Brian Johnson on his solo stuff, right?
That's right. The band was called Naked Schoolgirls.
Very
And,
cool.
Yeah. And to this day, I cannot figure out why those songs aren't on an album somewhere. I don't know what's going on with AC/DC and Brian or whatever, but those songs every one of them are hits.
Wow.
Yeah, As
I,
that
I'd,
was
I'd love to hear it.
and there's that brings to mind that there were my bass player in the Love Bugs was the bass player for that group,
cool.
Sean Fetzer.
Cool.
And believe it or not, when Brian wasn't singing, Kenny McGee would come in and sing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool group. A long time ago, but
And we've had Kenny on the show a couple of times,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, I understand. That's what I've heard. Yeah, he was actually a part of that group. Probably 6 months before I ever came down back from California, and then I wiggled in there. But that was a great band, man. That's some great. I wish I could get permission, maybe on another show, to play you some of the recordings that we made.
Yeah, that'd be super.
Incredible.
If you can get permission to do that, I know a lot of people would love to hear it.
Yeah.
As a
Good
matter of
stuff.
fact, we're going to be putting together. We just purchased hellraisersball.com, and we're going to be launching the official website. And one of the things that's kind of on the play right now is launching our own like Hellraisers Ball radio, where there'll be tracks playing 24 hours a
Oh,
day,
really?
and not just like national bands, but also local music, people that have been on the
See-
show, rare stuff that you're not going to hear anywhere else.
Yeah, I love
You know,
that.
and that's the whole idea is to, kind of program it in a way that's different, so that people get to hear stuff that they wouldn't necessarily be able to hear on mainstream radio
Yeah.
or even on another internet radio station. Just because nobody would think to play this stuff.
Right. You've got to tap into this resource that we have. Like we said earlier, there's so many freaking musicians here that are so talented, and it's a bummer that they can't just drive to California and get a record deal or drive to Orlando. The music industry has changed
It has.
a lot, and it's a little bit different now in the fact that you could get on YouTube and go viral, and then you can be famous.
Right.
That I guess that's an advantage, but
It is,
Yeah.
but it's definitely
also-
it's different.
Yeah.
It's put the power more in the hands of the musician than it ever has been before.
yeah,
And now it's also a lot easier for musicians to record themselves and get a good sound. I mean, there are people recording albums in home studios that
I just did.
yeah,
That's what you're listening
yeah,
to.
just far surpass some of the stuff that was professionally produced even just 10 or 15 years ago. And so I mean, you could get a great sound. And doesn't cost as much money as it used to.
Right.
I remember back in the day, like back in the early '80s, building a studio for one of my neighbors, and I think it started off where his budget was like $7,000 or $8,000, and I think by the time all was said and
Gee.
done, it went upwards of around $30,000 to actually finish it.
Oh yeah, you remember paying $250 an hour just to record?
Yeah.
2-inch tape.
Yep.
And
I mean, it was great. I mean, to get a decent, demo back then, you had to spend at least $3,000, $4,000,
Yeah,
maybe more.
and just think of what was never discovered back then. All
Right.
that music that people just because they couldn't afford to put it out, it never
Right.
got out.
Right.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I mean, if you're gonna drop $3 or $4 grand, you could set up your own home studio for that much.
Yep, exactly. And what you're doing
Pro
here,
Tools and everything.
yeah, and what you're doing here by promoting it, I think that's just brilliant. I actually really, really have to commend you for that, because if this tool was around 20, 30 years ago, I'd be huge.
I bet.
I'm kidding.
No,
No,
because
it's really,
it's like now you could get all your ideas out there
Yeah.
so much more efficiently than you could before.
yeah, it's awesome.
And now with now you got iTunes and YouTube and like all these other avenues to market yourself and
Yeah,
get
we're
get
getting
your
some
songs and
crosstalk.
music out there. Yeah, I'm hearing some stuff coming in from the
You guys having an
engineering
orgy
booth.
in there or something?
something's going on. DJ Slam Durango. I don't think he has his ears on. DJ Slam Durango. I don't know why we're getting like some crosstalk coming from the engineering booth. Okay. How about we go to a track from the Killer Bee album? Now, the name of the new record?
The new record is called From Hell and Back. This is the title track, I believe, right? Is that what we're
Okay,
playing?
so we're
What
gonna
did you
hear.
decide?
We're gonna hear from Hell and Back.
All right, because you're giving me some shit, but that's okay. Yeah, you can play whichever one you want.
I still want to play the other song, but
We'll
I
play
want.
it then. I don't
No,
care.
we'll play it later on during maybe just before we finish the show.
Okay.
That'd be cool. So let's hear from Hell and Back right here on the Hellraisers Ball. From Hell and Back, the title track to the new album by Killer Bee. And we got Jimmy DeLisi here in the studio. And Jimmy, you were telling us a little bit about how the album was recorded and some of the production on it.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about that particular track.
Well, primarily the basic tracks were recorded at Denny's house, which is the keyboard player. But then they brought it down to put the guitar tracks at my house, and then they gave it to Jim Zola, Steve Biggis, and Richard Chicky.
Wow.
And if you want to look up those names, I can't even begin to tell you
I'm gonna have to write
how
them
many
down.
Juno awards are there and how many Aerosmith-ish type bands that those guys are mixing and stuff. So yeah, it's been around. It's pretty impressive. It's like a laundry list of great mixers and producers.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Can't
now
miss. Even if we suck, we're gonna sound good.
you're still gonna sound
You know?
good. Well, that track is "Balls to the Wall." Great
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And the production quality sounds
You
amazing.
like that? Yeah.
And it sounded great. Like when I was listening to it at home on my computer, it sounded
Yeah.
great there too.
Good. Thank you.
And so,
Yeah, we're very proud of that.
I'd love to actually see it perform too. Do you guys have any plans on,
We're-
touring behind the record?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. So there's a few things going on with that. They're voting for the best rock/metal album
I saw that.
in Europe. Yeah, right now we're winning. Don't
Oh,
ask.
wow.
Yeah, don't ask me if we're gonna win. I don't know.
And
how.
you've
Yeah.
got some real heavy competition
No
too.
shit.
Because I was looking at some of the records on there.
I
You
know.
got the New Testament album
Yeah,
is on there.
Yeah, and-
Overkill.
yeah.
I mean, there's some badass
I know, and
albums.
they're
So that's impressive. You
Yeah.
guys got a great album.
it
so
is
that-
a great
that's,
album, but
That's
it's
that's a testament to your.
yeah. Well,
to
fan
your
base
record
alone we should get our ass kicked, but I keep getting these emails. We're still winning. We're still winning, and the band is as shocked as anybody else is. We're looking at each other like, really? This has got to be a joke. Somebody's pulling some shit on us.
Yeah, that's still great.
Sorry about cursing so much. Everybody, sorry about
That's
that.
all right. You could drop the F bomb as much as you want.
Sorry.
It's the internet.
Yeah. So anyway, we got that going on. As far as touring goes, we just picked up. Well, we're talking to management. We are with Z Records over there. It's official. We've signed with Z Records, so
Oh, very cool.
it is a product that will be in the stores and distributed properly, not just out of the trunks of cars.
Right.
And there's just a lot
That's
going
a
on.
big plus, right?
So yeah, there's a lot going on and a lot of good people, strong people in the industry involved, and
Very cool.
we'll see.
And so you're going to also have distribution here in the States?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. That's what they're planning. It might be part of the reason they put a Yankee in the group. That might
Probably.
be, they probably don't really even like me. They just said, well, he's American, so maybe he'll sell a couple albums in the States.
There you go.
Marketing.
Yeah, right. No,
Yeah, why not?
they have every intention in coming to the United States. We're working with Jim Wright, Hold Up Artist Management. We're doing some things with him, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse. So right now it's all just
It's just in the works.
yeah. Right now we're just trying to get the video going. The video's been out for about a week now. I said 3 days earlier, but now it actually has been out about a week. So let it
Very
get
cool.
something going on, and then we'll
And that's
see.
the video that we just saw all night long.
Yeah, and then you'll see "Step Into My World" too shortly, and that's another one.
Now, has that already been released?
That's also released. But again, the strange thing about these guys, and I have to get used to this because they take off in Europe. Before I know, we're at 14,000 hits, and I'm like, no, we're not. But we are.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy, and they'll send me all the graphs and all that kind of stuff.
Well, a lot of the music, especially the music that we love, is more popular
Yeah,
in Europe than it is here.
Yeah.
And so that's not too surprising. You know?
yeah. It surprised me because I just wasn't ready for it. I actually didn't believe it at first, but I'm glad
Right.
to
Yeah.
believe it now.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. I'm digging it.
Yeah. That's awesome. And so speaking of that, why don't we go to the next video,
Sure.
and then we'll bring the guys from Clench Fist in a little while, because we got them waiting out there, and they're going to come rock out with us a little bit.
Yeah, great band too, by the way, Clench Fist. I studied up before I came here. I listened to
Yeah.
some of the stuff. I love it, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
great
you're
band.
gonna come back in and sit in with us a little bit too, and then we'll play
Yeah.
some more tracks from the new Killer Bee album.
Yeah, I'll
and
come
stuff.
back and pester you a little bit.
There you go.
All right, cool.
That sounds cool. So you ready? Want to hear the
Ready.
next video?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So this is Step Into My World, and we're gonna come back in a little bit with the guys from Clench Fist, and we'll talk to Jimmy a little bit later on. So Step Into My World right here on the Hellraisers Ball.
the lonely roads before, and I felt the cold winds blow, and I've closed the door to you know, and I've opened many more. Step into my world. Step into my hell. It makes me want to raise my fist and yell. Well, I'm crawling from the shadows line, and I'm crawling up the hill, and I'm calling on my dream of light, you know, and I'm drawing on my will. Step into my world, and step into my hell. It makes me wanna raise my fist and yell. Step into my world. Step into my hell. A crazy kind of world. Just raise your fist and yell. Step into my hell. Step into my world. Makes me wanna raise my fist and
Yeah, welcome back to the Hellraisers Ball, and that was Step Into My World by Killer B. And now we're joined by the members of Clench Fist. So how you guys doing tonight?
What's up, man? Doing great.
Cool. So we got Mike, we got Steve,
Eric?
and Eric, and we're going to play some of the tracks that's on the upcoming album that you guys got coming out, right?
Not yet.
No?
We haven't released that. We got some old stuff. But we'll,
Okay, we're going to play some of the old stuff?
Yeah, we'll release that
Okay.
around January. We'll
Cool.
come back.
All right, cool. So we'll talk
Get
about
trouble.
it, but we can talk about
We
it,
can
right?
talk about it.
All right, cool. And do we got some video too that we're going to be playing? Did we get it working?
Yeah, we're working on
Trying
that.
to
in the
work on it?
control room.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. And so tell us a little bit about the band.
Well, we've been around for a long time, since '98. Started the band out in Spring Hill, Florida, not too far from here.
Very cool.
And a lot of changes, a lot of things we've been through that time. 2006, we released our first real album, besides all the little demos we put out when we first started. 2012 came out in 2006.
Very
Had a
cool.
good experience with that album. Played the last livestock for 98 Rock, which
Very cool.
opened up the doors for us in many ways. And
Yeah, and that's when that was the first time that I heard of you guys was when you did the livestock, and you also played Gasparilla, right?
Gasparilla, yeah. We
Right.
started opening up for some major acts through the years. It was from 2006 to about 2009. I mean, we were killing it. We were going out there playing, pushing. And then, so we had some changes go through, times with band members and, went through a couple things and kind of got our shit together again.
Very cool.
And picked up Eric here. He's our new guitar player.
Very cool.
And then D, he's actually not here right now, but he's a new member too also.
Very cool.
So,
And so, Eric, how did you actually hook up with these guys?
Well, I was friends with D, and D said, "Hey, man, because D was actually working with the original guitar player."
Okay.
And then he come to me one day, we're hanging out. He said, "Hey, man, the other guitar player's out, and you need to come try out." I said, "Hell yeah, all right, shit," and then
Very cool.
stuck with it.
And so, would we know of any groups that you were playing with before?
No. I played when I was a teenager for a while.
Okay.
Other than that, I just been bedroom guitar, but
Oh,
I've
yeah?
been wanting to do this. Like I told my wife a couple years ago, "Hey, you should get in the band and start playing soon." Yeah, and then this just come up, like almost handed to me. How could I say no?
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
We got him nice and raw. When he was raw.
So now you can kind of mold
We had to
him.
break him in. Yeah, he wasn't tainted by other bands.
There you go. That's cool.
It was
though.
actually perfect for us, actually.
That's awesome. And so, how would you describe your playing style?
No, old school thrash, pretty much. I mean, I grew up on the original Sepultura, Testament. And that's the way I like to play guitar, man. That's what
Awesome.
they wanted was some brutal guitars,
There you go.
but I also bring a nice soft side to guitars too.
Cool.
Yeah, he brings definitely brings a new element to our band. As far as the heavy riffs, and also he's expanding into the softer stuff and the more melodic stuff, I should say, not soft.
Right. Very
And
cool.
it's working out great. We couldn't be happier. Having him as part of the family, him and D.
There's
Very cool.
nothing like playing a nice acoustic kind of thing and then stomping on your pedal and just
Yeah, and just like ripping it out right there.
Yeah.
Wake him up.
Yeah, and I know if you listen to a lot of the early thrash stuff, like like Exodus, Bonded by Blood, and some of those albums, even some of the early Testament stuff. There's a lot of songs that start off with like really beautiful acoustic style guitar, and then they just punch it and come in and just like rip it out.
Yeah, that style's great. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. And that's a lot of my influences because most of my career musically was singing in thrash metal bands in New York. And probably the most notable one was a band called Nervous Wreck, and we played with bands like Typo Negative and Biohazard and stuff like that. So we were much more in the thrash metal, power metal genre. So that's where I kind of cut my teeth and got all my experience. Even though my voice is good for a wide range of stuff, and I could sing a lot more commercial hard rock and metal, but it always seemed that band-wise, musically, I always kind of gravitated more towards the heavier metal. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
influence. Everything's influence, I mean,
Yeah.
I listen to. You'll hear me listen to Sinatra.
There you
You'll hear me,
go.
put on some Deftones.
There you go.
It's crazy at my house. Seven Dust.
There you go. Yeah, actually, we do. We do. We have a bubble machine, so
Oh yeah.
we could rip that up.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go.
Got one
We
in
could
my
play a
bedroom.
little like Lawrence Welk music in the background.
Gotta have class.
There you go.
That's what it is, man. I mean, a lot of our
Yeah, but
rock-
that's good to have a wide range of influences and stuff. And I think that musically, that makes your own original material a lot more interesting. There are some guys that kind of like in a box and they only listen to one thing, and you could just tell that their sound and their influences are very one-dimensional. You know what I mean? When you have like an eclectic mix of influences and different tastes, especially among different people in the band, I think it makes it a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it definitely brings in its own style of it. We've been around for so long. We pretty much developed our own thing, and like you guys were saying, we have a lot of different influences. Like I grew up when I was a kid listening to disco when I was really young, and then Michael
Right.
Jackson, and then and then like the original like rap music. I didn't
Right,
even like rock music then until Def Leppard came out with "Pour Some Sugar on Me." I was like, "What's that?"
I didn't know that.
You've
I'm,
come,
I'm
you've
quitting.
come, you've come
I
a
didn't know
long
that.
way since Pour Some Sugar.
Yeah,
on Me,
and,
that's for sure.
and then I got into the heavier stuff as I got older and angrier.
Yeah,
and all
but
that,
it's,
so-
it's funny. Like we had Jay Diesel from Wicked, and
I know he's
also,
a good friend of ours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's also the drummer in Crossbreed,
yeah.
and he's got a very strong influence by a lot of the boy bands.
Oh yeah, that's
He
what
he
said.
loves that stuff. You know?
That's great.
And so, but I never expected that. I went to see Wicked perform when they played on back in March for St. Patrick's Day over at CJ's in Riverview, and they just finished playing the set,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, like I hear like this boy band music. I see, and like I wasn't paying attention. There's like this dude like dancing around and singing to a background track, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, and I didn't catch his face at first or anything, so I was like, who the hell's doing this? And then I turned around and it was Jay Diesel and he was singing it, but he had the crowd's attention and everybody was digging it and stuff, and we talked a little bit about it. He's into like a lot of that type of stuff because he likes the different vocal harmonies and textures and Michael Jackson and everything.
He's actually been on stage with us a couple times.
Has he?
Jamming out with Mike.
Yeah, he used
Yeah.
to what was it, Lost Souls? There's a middle part where I do this little like tom solo, and he'll come in and start pounding on the floor toms and
bald
stuff
guys.
coming in. Yeah,
Funny.
two bald guys,
One's bigger
They're
than the
going
other.
head to head.
two guineas too.
Yeah, two guineas.
Two bald-headed
Yeah.
guineas.
That's funny. And he's also from New York.
Yeah, he's a big Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I gotta bust his balls about it.
And you guys originally from the island, right?
We're from Staten Island, actually.
Okay, cool.
Well,
One of DJ Slam Durango's.
I'm actually from Staten Island as
oh
well.
really?
Yeah, wait a
what
second.
part?
Great Kills,
Great kills. Yeah.
Great Kills, Port Richmond.
Oh,
Port Richmond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the tough town.
Is it?
Well, actually, it's Victory and Richmond Avenue is where my family actually has a house. So, but yeah, Great Kills. I've partied there many a times. Been to Willowbrook.
Yeah.
Willowbrook Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Willowbrookies.
Yeah, it's well, it's a shame because they just got hit with that storm, and where I used to hang out by the water, we used to have this hangout. We used to have bonfires and drink. When we were teenagers. That's all destroyed. That was
Yeah, all
destroyed by
Midland,
the storm.
Midland Beach and all that. Yeah.
Off of Highland Boulevard.
I partied in a place in Staten Island. There was an area that was right off the water where people would park all their cars and trucks and stuff. Do you know where I'm talking about? It's
How long
like
ago was that?
it's like the water's like right behind it, and like people would just I don't even want to date myself, but we're talking probably like late '80s, early '90s. You know where I'm talking about? It's like everyone kind of just parks in a row, and everyone's like just cranking out loud heavy metal music and drinking beer. And
Is it an open field?
whatever else.
Was it like an open
Yeah,
field?
I think
or-
so.
I think it was. I wouldn't say Miller's Field. There was one park. I forgot that they used to actually have. They had a summer concert series. Like once a week, they would have concerts there, which was nice. They just started. It might have been that area.
Might have been.
I totally forgot. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
We've been here for about 20 years, so so it's kind of hard to remember.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
been there since 2001, so
Oh, there you go.
I just haven't been back yet. Haven't had a chance to go back.
So, drum wise, who would you say your biggest influences are?
A lot of them, like Def Leppard, Rick Allen.
Okay.
I actually learned how to play with one arm.
Very
I was so obsessed with
Did
him.
you?
Yeah, I was using.
Yeah,
But I'm a lefty drummer, so I was just an opposite. My rhythm hand is my left. So, and then Lars Ulrich. More recently, the past 10 years or so, I would say David Silvera from Korn. He's I actually modeled my style from him.
Okay.
I even had my drums almost set up like him, and I just grew from there. The Mudvayne.
Okay.
So it's a lot of different influences. Even Seven Dust and
You could definitely hear a Seven Dust influence in some of your guys' music.
yeah, we hung out with them a couple of years ago. We almost had Lejean come on this new album
Oh, cool.
and do a song with us, but We haven't heard back from him.
No.
Well, we met him. He gave us his number, and then Steve called him, I think, about a year or so ago. And then he just never called back, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice for sure. Yeah, it's always cool when you have like little cameo appearance things on the record.
Yeah, and especially someone that you're a big fan of too.
Yeah.
And they're all cool guys. They're all down to earth people, especially Lejean. So yeah, he was really cool, and he gave Steve his phone number and stuff. So
Awesome. So you guys have played with them in the past?
no, not. We want to play with them in the future.
Yeah, there
Once
you
this
go.
album
Friends
is
are playing
done,
with
I mean,
them,
we have the
uh,
connections
Saturday.
and stuff. So
Yeah,
Saturday
for
they're
sure.
playing Cuban Club.
Yeah.
Ybor.
Yeah, they're going to be playing at the Cuban Club down in Ybor. Yep.
Non-play.
And we were supposed to actually have tickets for that, but I'm not sure what's going on right now.
a friend of ours band is actually opening up for them anew. They're opening up for them, so just want to congratulate them on that.
Absolutely.
Those guys work hard.
Very cool. And so let's hear a track off the CD that you guys brought. Why don't you pick it?
2012. Been a while.
A 2012 song.
We're
Actually,
here.
let's do Lost Souls.
I lost souls. I do lost souls.
This was with the middle part I was talking about with Diesel.
All right, cool. So this is Clench Fist, Lost Souls, right here on the Hellraisers Ball. Cool.
Thank
Yeah, Clench Fist, Lost Souls, right here on the Hellraisers Ball. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about that track.
It was just, at that time of my life, I'd go out all the time with some friends, and in our hometown, we have such a small town, and you just see things repeating over and over and over, people doing the same shit over and over and
Right.
over, and it just kind of kicked to me, man, and all these words start coming out. I actually wrote some of that song at a local bar. I was at one of
did
those
you?
nights, man. Yeah, on a napkin. I was like just sitting there by myself.
Yeah.
So you got a paper towel or something, and then
You just
started
started writing?
Yeah, it just came
Yeah,
out.
I've written a
I
lot
was
of
hitting
songs
the
like
melody.
that, too.
Did we take a picture of that too?
I think so, yeah.
Did you
back
take a
then.
picture of the
Those at
napkin?
Bar Envy, yeah. It looked cool, the lighting and everything.
Yeah, it was just our hometown is a lot of history there with what the band's been through and all the people
Right.
there. But they've they've been supportive, and that kind of like spread out in the Bay Area from there.
Very, very cool. And so now that's up in the Spring Hill area, right?
Yeah, it's north from here.
Very cool.
I mean, we're
And
always up and down 589 is our road, man.
There you go. And I've
Thank
only
God they
actually
built
been
that.
up in that area a few times,
Oh yeah.
so I'm not too familiar with the bars up there.
No, they're nice. I mean, they're small bars. A lot of the live venues, a lot of things have gotten smaller. We used to have venues that were pretty big. I mean, some places, it's weird because you get the rock music come in and then the rap comes in and it kind of like changes and people don't want to
Right.
go no more. It's weird.
There you go.
Gangsters.
Now you were now before we were talking a little bit about influences and stuff, and you had mentioned that you like listening to like different kinds of stuff like Frank Sinatra. But
Yeah.
I wasn't hearing Frank Sinatra on that track.
No, that's
So,
an angry
who-
Frank.
Angry Frankie.
A lot. I mean,
Frank Sinatra on fire.
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like when we started playing music in high school, I was in 11th grade, and I started listening to. And now, like Nirvana, Unplugged, man, got to me, and Bush, and the Korn came out, and Limp Bizkit, Deftones. That whole era, man, just changed me, and it just influenced me so much. And there's a lot of punk rock bands
Right.
in the neighborhood. And we used to go to the shows and watch them. And then I just said, why don't we start this? And I just started getting with people, and we started creating this style. But I tried out for like 3 bands, and they didn't like me in the hometown when I first started.
Okay.
When I decided to do it,
Right.
'cause I was always trying to rap and rock, and they were just like, "No, man, it's not the way you do it."
Right.
And then Mikey over here, I remember when he used to pound on his pillows with his drumsticks. And
Yeah.
I stole this kid's drum set, and he started playing.
There you go.
Yeah, he gave me a call. He's like, Mike, I'm starting a band. I want you to play drums. I'm like, I don't play freaking drums. I never had a drum set in my life.
Right.
I mean, I learned how to play by myself. Yeah, on I always used to go to my friends up in Staten Island. I used to go to my friend Seth's house, maybe once in a while, and play on his drum set. But I always learned how to play on my bed and pillows, and watch videos and learn. Oh, that's what that sound is. That's what that thing is.
Well, my cousin is a drummer, and he was the drummer in my band Nervous Wreck, and he was like a real big on like Slayer and Dave Lombardo and double bass and stuff like that. And he started off just banging on anything he could find, boxes, pans, he'd just drive
That's how
people
it
crazy.
starts.
Like he got his hands on a pair of drumsticks and he'd be playing on the friggin' walls, it didn't matter where it was. I think what actually taught him the basic rudiments and beats was remember they had those Sensonic drums?
Mm.
It was just like 4
yeah,
pads.
like 4 pads and
Right.
cheap sounds and stuff.
Right.
I had a couple of those. Yeah, that I broke.
And he had thimbles on his fingers.
Oh,
And he would actually play on the Sensonic drums with the thimbles on his fingers. And that's how he actually learned basic rhythms and beats and stuff like that before he actually had a drum set.
that's pretty cool.
I think the drum set actually was borrowed. The original drum set was borrowed from okay. It was actually borrowed from the school that he was going to. And then I guess they bought new equipment, and so he didn't bring the equipment he had back,
Mhm.
and so they were like, you know what, just keep what you got. And then he expanded and bought a Pearl drum set and kind of built around it. But that's how he started. Just
Yeah, he stole. Well, he didn't steal it. The guy left it at his house. The kid left it at his house, and
Right.
he was like, "Here." There was no throne drum seat, so we had this Fisher Price, this little yellow Fisher Price seat. So I used that for like a year or two. It was actually the best seat I ever had because
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
short and the thing is nice and low to the ground.
there you go. Why not? And so let's hear another track off the CD.
Let's do Morning Star.
Yeah, we'll do Morning
That's one
Star.
of our
Do Morning
popular-
Star?
Yeah, it's our popular song.
All right, very cool. So this is Clench Fist, Morning Star, right here on the Hellraisers Ball. Maybe. Eventually. We're gonna-
Rise of the Morning Star.
Oh, there it is. Rise of the Morning Star. That's it.
Torn from the change, I try to rearrange myself through the shattered pieces. You were never really there for me after all those times that I had carried you. Lost are the days of understanding, trust, promises, aspiration. Left here all alone and numb, it's gone and done. Angel baby. So who do you see? I'm just another fucking man who's screaming at himself. 'Cause I don't wanna live that way. I don't even wanna play that game. Why? Stop it from I want the strength that I hold inside.
Clench Fist, Rise of the Morning Star, right here on the Hellraisers Ball. So tell us a little bit about what inspired that track.
Me and Mikey going through bad relationships at the time.
Oh, yeah?
We both dated Libras.
That's right. Yeah.
A lot of things were in common. So
So we had to write that one together.
yeah, lyrically.
Lyrics.
So is that what it's about? Is there a lot of astrological overtones to the song?
Well, the name Rise of the Morning Star.
Right.
A lot of people think that's like, I'm praising Satan. I've heard, then it may be Jesus because he's the morning.
Right.
But it's when you mourn over something, and then me and him felt refreshed because we were single again after being
Right.
in this relationship, and you could start all over, and things were changing, and you start learning about new people. It was just an awesome experience.
Right.
So every time we play it, that's what reminds us of that.
Very cool. And so lyrically, did you write the entire song, or did you guys write it together?
Together, me and him.
Yeah, we wrote it together. I had this when we first broke up. I had this letter that I still have, actually. I found it when I was moving. I just bought a house. But I kept the letter. But I was reading this letter, and I just started just coming up with some lyrics, for it. So a lot of the lyrics in that song was based off this letter, like all these promises and all that crap.
Right. Yeah.
And it worked out for the song.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's been our most popular song. Everyone sings it when we play, which is pretty cool. It's
Sometimes
awesome.
bad relationships make for the best song material.
You have to suffer, man.
you
As I said, the
you got to
most
suffer for
depressed
your
people
art.
are the best artists.
The new record's more of a life experience and what everything we're going through.
Right.
Now. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
different.
It's like I was telling Patrice that a lot of my lyrics are really dark and really angry and stuff like that. And when I write, it's usually because I'm pissed off or I'm really angry or depressed or just generally in a bad mood. When I'm in a good mood, I don't want to write. That's when I usually want to grab a guitar and play or sing. That's when I want to perform when I'm in a good mood. And so the funny thing is, normally when I'm in a relationship, if I'm happy, I don't write songs about what I'm going through. I don't start writing them until things start to go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to change that up this album as far as instead of having all depressing stuff and like we have one song that's actually about about a good relationship
Oh, okay.
and not a bad one. So it's pretty good. We're
Well,
just
that's a
trying
different
to
spin on things.
bring
for sure.
yeah, and not writing when we're angry all the time and
Right.
we can just want to be creative
There you
and
go.
just write different things, just different feels and stuff like that. So
So now lyrically, did both you guys write lyrics for the band?
This new record, I put a good structure on it, but we always usually sit down and kind of just look it over and make sure everything makes sense and make sure everybody feels that way. Now it's more of a group thing. I mean, in the first record we were so scattered out.
Right.
And now, you see the band come together, and we're very, our D, he's our engineer / guitar player, but we actually found him in a studio. That's how we met up.
Oh wow, cool.
So you got him, and it's Eric, and it's a whole a different masterpiece of its own. That's why we're excited about it.
That's awesome.
yeah.
See where it takes us.
Yeah, there you go. And that's pretty cool to actually have the person engineering the songs
Oh, it's
in the
awesome.
band. What's up?
Cool.
What do you got? All right, so let's do this. Let me talk to them for another couple of minutes. We'll go one more song, then we'll come back and we'll do Hangover Hardcore. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think that's kind
He
of
grew
cool to
long
have
hair
someone.
in a beard.
Yeah, his hair got longer
What
all of a sudden.
Jesus.
It's
Morning Star.
Yeah, what do you call it? I think that's some really. Now I'm distracted. Yeah, his hair got longer all of a sudden. He does that to me all the time.
Jesus.
Yep. In fact, in the beginning when I first started doing the show here, Nolan, the guy who owns the studio, a lot of people think that he looks like Jesus,
Oh, yeah?
and so that's why they got the picture over there of Christ, and we would always joke around that Jesus was in the studio, and so there was a lot of that going on. But yeah, I know it's got to be cool having someone that actually producers and engineers in the band,
Yeah.
and even Anthrax has that now with Rob Caggiano,
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
where he plays guitar and he's their engineer and producer, and he's also in the band. So
Yeah, it makes things
Kind
a
of-
lot
kind of
easier.
cool
I
then.
mean, he ripped through his drums in one weekend, man. That's the first time. Usually it would take us longer, but having him guiding Mike, and then them having a bond from being in the band, and he takes his time. It's not just to work with any engineer, you know. It worked out real well.
Andy plays drums. He's just probably a better drummer than a guitar player. Actually.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it's I was the
Sure.
first one because I just recorded the drum tracks about a week and a half ago. So I was the first one in the band to work with him as an engineer, and it's so much easier and better because he's part of the band too. So and he's a drummer.
Right.
He can tune the freaking drums better than I can.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
we
that's,
constantly
that's,
had
a,
him.
that's a big help.
Yeah, and just communicating with each other, you know, in the studio. He knows my language too because he's a drummer, and you know the points that we try to make.
Right.
It's a lot easier to deal with. I mean, and he's a phenomenal engineer. I mean, my drums sound phenomenal. It just raw. So
Wow.
um,
I can't wait to hear the new material.
yeah, we
He won't
can't
let
wait
us
to release it.
Yeah, they don't want to release it yet, so.
Yeah,
No.
everything's tight.
Nah.
So when do we get to get a taste of it? When do you think we could have you guys come back and play some stuff?
Probably after the holiday. We're going to wait till after Christmas when everything settles down.
Okay.
And then for the new year, we're going to go into, plus we got to wait till December 21st, so this conspiracy crap gets over. I can laugh, you know?
Yeah, right. We'll see if we're still alive.
Yeah.
But then, what's that? Oh,
We'll
I got
give
the t-shirts back here. Well, I got one t-shirt,
We'll give him out.
so you're out of luck.
You want one too? We'll bring it next time.
We'll get you another one. And so, how about we pick another track,
Yeah,
Let's
And-
do 20.
and then
2012.
What's that?
Yeah, 2012.
And then we're gonna go into a brand new segment that we got coming up, where DJ Slam Durango is going to introduce Hangover Hardcore to the Hellraisers Ball show here, and you're almost ready to do that, there, DJ Slam Durango. And then, of course, I'd love to have you guys come back down and talk to me again. I want to
Absolutely.
thank
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you
we will, man.
coming down
Thank
and
you
hanging
so
with
much.
me.
This was fun.
for Eric. Very cool. And-
Definitely.
And so this is 2012.
Yeah.
2012.
We're
All right,
here.
2012, right here on the Hellraisers Ball.
Hustlings from this world that keeps on holding on forward, always taking what we could never see. Life they suck, giving the advice to you just to turn the pages of your mind on thinking straight again, being yourself to tell. What would you do if I told you I would leave this place? Oh, goodbye. What would you do if I told you that I was done? You'll see. Right now. Never bow down. Shut up from mindless life and everything we've taken. I wonder what comes next for me with all the visions I'm seeing. Giving the advice to you just to turn the pages of your mind on thinking straight again. Living your life to tell. What would you do if I told you I would leave this place? Well, goodbye. What would you do if I told you that I had enough and was meant to live? Don't feel what life takes from your dreams.
2012 by Clench Fist, right here on the Hellraisers Ball, and definitely a kick-ass track.
Thank you.
So
Thank
you guys were telling me you got a show coming up in February.
February 23rd. Right, Mike?
Mhm.
23rd was locked.
State
Confirmed.
Theater.
State Theater, 23rd. Facebook us, facebook.com/clenchfist. Clenchfist.net is under construction because we're adding the new members. But you can Google the name, YouTube the name, and we're the only band out there with the name Clenchfist with an E, not with an I. Clinch.
One word.
Clench are two different
CLENCHFIST.
There you
Your
go.
fist, not your butt cheeks.
Clench Fist. Very cool. And so they could just find you Facebook, and,
Anywhere,
and you
yeah.
guys are on Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation.
We're on Rhapsody, Spotify.
Oh yeah,
iTunes,
and that's another
Amazon.
thing. If people want to hear more of the music, they can go on Rhapsody, Spotify.
Yeah,
You guys are on there
any
too.
major streaming. I mean, we got our own videos and stuff.
Very cool.
Mhm.
And so February we'll get a chance to see the entire lineup, the new lineup playing.
Yeah,
So-
the whole new lineup. Yeah.
Very cool, and you guys will be out there supporting the new CD.
Mhm.
Hopefully, we'll get you in here before then, and we'll get to hear some
Absolutely.
of the tracks.
Yeah, we could premiere
Very
it.
cool.
We appreciate
And
it.
so before we go, Eric, you were telling me something about how you felt lucky to be here, and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
so-
I almost wasn't playing guitar. I got all my fingers cut up pretty bad when I was like 18. Not all of them, but half of them, I guess. 2 of them on my hand. That's half of them there.
oh wow,
And the doctors were gonna cut it off, and I go, no, I play guitar. Save what you can. And they put all the bones that were left back together, and
and they put him back.
I still have about 3/4 of my finger left anyway.
There you go. And
Now we call them nubs.
Yeah, I got Iomi. I got
no,
Iomi.
apparently they're working just fine. So.
Yeah, they're not working not too bad. Luckily now, and it happened the day after we found out I was gonna open for Sacred Reich and Forbidden,
Oh wow.
and I had 2 months to get ready. So I actually played the show with 3 fingers. I got my other finger go limp. But the
Wow.
drummer, they
It's a-
came through like before.
And so
early.
where was that show with Sacred Reich and Forbidden?
This was in St. Louis,
Oh,
like
this is
back
St. Louis?
back in '89.
Oh, wow.
That's how long it's been since I played in the band. To tell you the truth.
Wow.
But the drummer played for Forbidden that night. Played with one arm.
Oh wow.
He goes, dude, if I can play our set with one arm, you can play with 3 out of 4 fingers. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, no problem.
He pulled a Def Leppard, huh?
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, he did. You couldn't tell that drummer. He didn't miss a beat with
Very
one
cool.
arm missing.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you play with these guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely. You'll be there.
Awesome.
Backstage.
It's gonna be fun.
Very cool.
All right.
And so I want to thank you guys for coming down and
Thank
rocking
you.
out with us here at Hellraisers Ball.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to be going to DJ Slam Durango, rocking the engineering booth, and he's got a brand new segment called Hangover Hardcore. And we're going to be turning the camera and the microphone over to him.
Alrighty, this is Hangover Hardcore. Oh, hang on a second here. We got our buddy Mikey Venovich from the band called Deep South Union. Mikey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ed.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How's it going?
Pretty good. We're actually trying to get your songs up here, but for some reason, let me cancel this. Hang on a second. There we go. All right, so what Hangover Hardcore is all about, ladies and gentlemen, is everybody that's been in a band, been in a hardcore band or a metal band, knows about the parties right afterwards. Normally, you can't really drink all that much while you're on stage, or you're really getting fucked up, and then afterwards you get more fucked up, and then you end up having a major hangover the next morning. Hey, Mikey, with your band, Deep South Union, have you seen this yet with your band yet?
We haven't even played but one show at this point. You know, we're going to start playing out in January, but, you know, in the past, it's happened.
Mm-hmm. Can
You
you give me any instances where you might have had a major hangover?
Well, I'd say it was probably early 90s or so. I was partying at the basement with some friends, here in Dallas. And
Yeah,
I was drinking.
Again, Deep South Union. They're from Dallas, Texas now. How long you guys been together, by the way?
The band's been together for a few years, and the drummer and I, Brian Klein, just both joined the band here about 6 months ago. And
Who else is in the band?
Chris Bossy on vocals, Alan Como plays bass, and then Malin's on guitar.
Okay.
And I'm on guitar. Of course, Brian plays drums. But it's a pretty cool project. It's coming along nicely.
And where can they find some music? And I know I got some music actually.
We got the music up on Reverb Nation right now. We got our demo up there, and we got a Facebook as well. Where you can get information from us on shows and what have you, upcoming anyway. But anyway, back to the story at hand, as you were asking.
So you're at the basement.
Yeah, I was at the basement. I was drinking, they used to sell these Crazy Horse 40s for $5, and I was drinking 2 or 3 of those, and probably about 15, 20 shots of Goldschlager later. I kind of remember getting in the car, but I don't remember anything else at that point. And, jump ahead 3, 4, 5 hours. I wake up naked in the shower in pitch blackness, with vomit all over myself. It's kind of nasty. So
that's always hated, is when you wake up naked.
Right. So I I reach up and I turn on the shower, and it comes on, nice, and it was working great. And I rinse myself off, but then I turn it off, and I go to get out of the shower, and I put my hand up against where the curtain should be, and it's a wall. So obviously I'm not in my shower, even though it worked like my shower. So I got myself out, and I turned the light on, and there's my clothes washed and folded nice and neatly sitting on the counter, and there's 2 doors. So I mosey out one door, and to my surprise, I was with friends,
Yeah.
But it's just, like a day later or so, I went to work, and I was working for a liquor company selling liquor to restaurants and bars and what have you. And I was pulling an order, and I pulled a bottle of Goldschlager, and I see it's 107 proof. I had no idea. I thought it was 40 proof, because I could pretty well hold my own. And it took me out of the game.
Wow.
But yeah, it was kind of a, scary thing, waking up like that. And then, thought I was at home, and then I wasn't. Don't even know how I got there or where I was at, but luckily my friends took
And then
care of me.
everybody outside the couple doors, they all see you, coming out, and they're probably laughing at you and everything else.
Oh, I'm sure. Through the night, I'm sure they were. No, they were all passed out when I went in there.
Oh, wow.
So,
kind of like almost like a movie or something like that, like Rockstar or something like that. You see a bunch of people passed out after a big party night and such. That doesn't happen very much at my place at all. So I got a song here from Deep South Union called Hole. So we'll play that next right here on Hellraisers Ball. Also a segment called Hangover Hardcore. This is Hole by Deep South Union.
Here
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good track there by Deep South Union, and I really appreciate you guys letting me play you guys tonight here.
Well, we appreciate you having me on and playing our stuff, man. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome of you.
I hope all you guys out there really enjoyed it, and you can check these guys out on Reverb Nation, Deep South Union, and check them out. And they're from Dallas. If you want to book them in your local clubs, everywhere from Dallas to Tampa, let them know. And
From
Mikey,
New York to California, man. We're
yeah,
gonna
all
go
the way.
everywhere.
Exactly. Now I got to get back to Hellraisers Ball. And Mikey, I'll be giving you a call back, or just hang on, and I'll say goodbye to you. All right? Or actually, hang on a second. I think my buddy JC wants to say hello to you real quick.
Right on.
Hey, Mikey, how's it going?
No, it's going pretty good.
Pretty badass song there. Sounds great.
Oh, thanks.
Very cool.
Appreciate y'all playing it.
Oh, no problem. And hopefully now we have it in the computer, so we could, if with your permission, of course, we could bring it up and play it from time to time.
Oh yeah, anytime you like. We got a couple more tracks on there. They're downloadable on Reverb. If anybody wants to go out and check them out and get them, or however.
Awesome.
That's some nasty guitar work, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
All right,
Yeah,
Mikey,
man,
just hang on with us, and I'll say goodnight to you. All right?
all right.
It's all yours, there, JC.
All right, that was the first official Hangover Hardcore segment right here on the Hellraisers
Yeah.
Ball.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was very cool. And Deep South Union, definitely a heavy and interesting band.
Yeah, nasty
sure.
guitar work, man. It was
Yeah,
really good. I liked
Yeah,
it.
I was digging it. I'm going to go home now and listen to it again because I didn't actually hear the whole track.
Well, if you could slide me a copy, that'd be nice.
Yeah, we'll get you a copy. I think we can make that happen. And so, we were talking about your new project, Killer Bee,
Right.
and we're gonna hear a track off the upcoming album. Now, that album's not released here in the United States yet.
No, any
but
day.
if people want to get their hands on it, can they download it? Is there any way for them to?
Sure. Well, it's on Spotify.
Well, they can
you know,
hear it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Now, when
and-
when I went on to Spotify, I saw an album from 2011, right? And then this album
Yeah, you just reminded me. I forgot to bring that
was
to you.
was under Masters
Yeah.
not-
Past Masters.
or something like that.
Yeah, Sacrifice. I think you're talking about.
No, no, the tracks that we're playing here tonight.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
And they were uploaded on Spotify as local files. It wouldn't allow me to play them.
Oh, really? All right, we'll have to check that out. I know if it's not available in this moment, it will be.
It will be.
Any moment. And the album right before this one was a compilation of all their best hits, their greatest hits from it's 1990. Oh my God,
Like 93.
the one we're
now,
talking about.
Now, the name of the album that's coming out is what?
To Hell and Back.
To Hell and Back. And we're going to hear a song now, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, this one's for this one's for you, but it does come with a story. There's a
Now this is Love It or Leave It, right?
This is Love It or Leave It, and
Yeah.
there's a extremely good looking lady in the control room, and there, you'll hear a voice, the love making part,
Right.
and we borrowed Renee out there to do that, and there you go,
Awesome.
and you see that little boy right there.
So now we know the lady behind the voice.
Right. Well, we had to. I was downstairs with our son, Gio, and just kind of distracting him while she was up there making the noises.
Oh, you weren't with her while she was making the noise.
No.
Okay.
The producer, one of the producers, was up in my studio and having her make the noises and all that kind of stuff. So me and the little one were downstairs. And when it was all said and done, she came downstairs and I'm like, yeah, good job. And it's Gio out there goes, Mommy, I told you couldn't sing.
You guys are so innocent.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's great.
Anyway, this one, this is this is a little experiment on Brian's part as far as the lead vocals go. Okay, on him just taking a whole different vocal, Alice Cooper-ish kind of. You had another name for it though earlier. Accept, right?
Yeah, like a little bit of Alice Cooper and
Yeah.
definitely like a Udo Dirkschneider, like Accept
Yeah.
type vocal going on.
Yeah.
And I was digging it. And he actually does that on a couple of tracks,
Yeah.
which
He
is
takes a
pretty
few liberties
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Now
you,
is
the
he
guy
now
can
he's
sing
the
and dance.
original singer
Yeah, it's him,
from
man.
Killer Bee?
That's the guy that stood in the Red Square. First rock band ever to stand in Red Square and do it. That's the guy. Unbelievable. And he sings better now than he did back then. He's
Yeah.
always in good voice,
Mm.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah, you should enjoy this. This is a slamming tune.
Yeah, this is definitely if not my favorite track, definitely one of my
Yeah.
favorite tracks
Yeah,
on this
mine too.
record. So let's get to it. This is Love It or Leave It, Killer Bee, right here on the Hellraisers Bowl.
But I got something on my mind. Alright? And I got something burning me. You know I ain't the hurting kind. I always make it go away. So take these words I call to you. And hold the line, you all. I think it's getting through. All you need that. That's all you need. All you need that. Yeah. Just ask my woman. Well, I don't know no better way to help me make it through the night. So lay me down and have your way. And let me feel your guiding light. So hold on long and hard and take this flight. You're holding all the cards. We're gonna make it That's all you needed. All need that. Yeah. Just as my woman. All need that. That's all you needed. All need that. That's what my woman says. Oh yeah. Here comes me. Do you feel that? So just relax, baby. Come on now. Feel it inside. Here come. That's all you needed. All need that. Just ask my woman. All need that. That's all you needed. All need that. That's what my woman says. Now that was good.
Yeah, Killer Bee, Love It or Leave It, right here on the Hellraisers Bowl. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming down and rocking out with us.
Me, man.
So,
I appreciate it.
you got anything you want to plug? Any gigs coming up? Anything like
just-
that?
Well, we do have the little love bug thing. We'll talk about that maybe next time. But
Okay,
I did,
cool.
Susie Benkowski,
Oh.
big part in that. Oh, there I go again. Sorry. Susie Benkowski Kowski a big part in that and promoting that and getting that band back out there.
The fucking Love Bugs.
The fucking Love Bugs. Yeah, it's just a fun band, man. It's a great band.
Yeah, you
She's
guys
doing a
sounded great.
job. Yeah, Jeff Fun. That was cool.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you saying that you were having a hard time hearing your mix and the monitors and
I couldn't
stuff.
hear
But
shit.
to us out in the crowd, it sounded awesome.
Well, good. You guys are too kind, though. I
Very
I
cool.
just want to thank everybody here, and I had a great time.
And so, how could people find you on online, like on Facebook or whatever?
Yeah, just hit me up on Facebook. Jimmy DeLisi, DELISI.
Now, if they want to hear your music and stuff like that, do you have like a Reverb Nation, anything like that?
Well, they don't have a Reverb Nation yet. We're still Swedish.
But what
so-
about some of your other
Cool.
other
I'm
bands,
putting-
other material?
Yeah, I'm putting all that up. In fact, the next time we do this, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to bring some things that we had talked about. I won't bring them out now, but for now, it's just me on Facebook, and go to killerbee.se for Sweden. So killerbee.se for Sweden.
Very cool.
Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
man. Thank you so much.
And hopefully we could set something up
Number
where we
13.
could have you come down real soon, and you let me know when you're
Yeah.
available, and we'll do it.
Cool. Next
you know.
time we'll bring a little guitar rig.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Do some
And we could have you
screaming in
play
here.
right here live on the show.
Yeah, we'll break some windows.
break some
Nice.
windows, break some furniture,
Yeah,
break some bowls.
absolutely.
We'll be good. And we're gonna close out the show in just a couple of minutes. And we've been saying we're bringing back the segment Word of the Week, so we're gonna have Patrice Pinnacle, Blaze the Human Torch, actually bring it back and bring it back in rare form. So what do you got for us?
Okay, nothing says class like puppy fart syndrome. Puppy fart syndrome is when a person is shocked or woken by their own fart. I was enjoying a good meal with family and friends when I let out a small cough and also let rip with a huge fart. This made me jump and quickly leave the room. I was just drifting off to sleep when I let out a loud fart and woke up startled at the loud noise.
And this is called what?
Puppy fart.
A what? A puppy fart?
Yeah.
A puppy fart. It's better than the word that I came up with.
Yeah.
I found one there called donkey punch.
Oof.
But I'm not even going to go into detail.
No.
as
We're
far
like,
as-
Don't make
But-
an ass.
But
of
if
yourself.
anybody's listening, you could go and check it out for yourself. Look up donkey punch on Urban Dictionary and
Oh,
tell me what
geez,
you
I'm
think.
heck.
But for all rights and purposes, we'll just say that puppy fart is the official word of the week for this week. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight and listening to the show. I'd like to thank Jimmy DeLisi for coming and rocking out with us and turning us on to some new Killer Bee material
Thank you for having me.
and for bringing those videos with you. I want to thank Clench Fist, the guys from that band, for coming down and rocking out with us. Mike, Steve, and Eric, you guys kick ass. And looking forward to seeing you guys play in the near future and having you back in the studio. And, of course, tonight's show is being brought to you by Sam Ash Music Stores on Dale Mabry Highway in Tampa, Florida. Go to Sam Ash Music Stores on Dale Mabry Highway and see sales manager Eddie Keffel and get yourself some great deals on some new gear or trade in your old gear. Black Friday's coming up. I got a little bit of a sales thing over here, but this is not exactly what I was looking for. But I did notice that some of the material for Hellraisers Ball has been shot with a Samson Q3. Well, Zoom Q3, and that is not a high definition Q3 that we used, but they have the high definition version of that camera on sale for Black Friday. And it's actually a pretty good price. Normally it's like $300, and it's on sale for only $219.77. You can go online and you can get all the same deals that I have here on my hand by going to samashmusic.com. Go into the store on Black Friday and get yourself some great deals. And tune in next Tuesday, and we'll see you then.
Come on!
What was that? I'll tell you what that was. That was another fine show from rockslamradio.com. Yeah.